Hi, everyone. Welcome to a Let's Meet series where we meet different people that are making waves in the industry. This is Melia Lewis. She is the CEO of Hygiene Edge. So, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so happy to be able to introduce you to people that may not know you or may not know what you do. So, please let us know what's your business, what do you do, and yeah, tell us what that looks like.
Yeah. So I'm a clinical dental hygienist. I have been for 17 years. And I still love it. It's so great. I work clinically 2 to 3 days a week in my hometown, which is so fun because I still get to see all my patients that I've seen and connect with my community that way. But it also is super helpful for Hygiene Edge, which is my company that I run and own with that comes with education. So um, it kind of stemmed back when I was teaching dental hygiene school. I do teach dental hygiene school a little bit differently now. I do it all online and use AI for that actually. But
Oh,
we were working clinically in the clinic with the dental hygiene school, and we were talking about how we would have to say the same procedures over and over, or sometimes when you read a textbook and then you try to apply like a hands-on skill from reading something, it's pretty much impossible. You need to see something. So we started filming ourselves as teachers, educating on how to use the different instruments and different techniques and putting them online for our students. And it kind of just blew up from there. There was definitely a need to have really helpful educational information in short bite-sized segments, because today's clinician is very short when it comes to their attention span, for good and bad. So I really love taking like complicated, even like maybe sometimes stuffy, techniques or things, or brand new things that are coming out, and applying them in my real life clinical, see what works, see what doesn't, and then hopefully help educate people on that in an easy to understand way. Because again, I love dental hygiene. I think it's such an important profession. It's such a prevention for the whole body, and it can be such a force for change for people's overall health. But sometimes it's hard to learn something new when we're busy and you're in the thick of patients. Like I know my clinical days, I'm just running around like crazy some days, trying to stay on top of things, stay on top of the schedule, help my team. There's so much going on in a clinical day that it's hard sometimes to learn something new or apply something new. It's been really fun too, because I'll like either temp or like learn things from other people and be like, why didn't anyone tell me this 20 years ago, 15 years ago, whatever. It's so much easier to do this x-ray this way or whatever. So it's just been such a fun way to like share information, hopefully help elevate the profession so clinicians can feel supported and then try new things and just have better outcomes with their patients in general as well. So it's been such a fun way to connect with the community. I personally, selfishly, have learned so much too, which I've taken into my clinical day and with for my patients. And then vice versa, I'll take my cases or whatever and then help other clinicians as well with theirs. So it's been so fun. It definitely keeps hygiene so fun and interesting for me. And I definitely think dental hygienists, dentistry in general, but especially dental
mhm.
hygienists, are just the window to health a lot of times that we often forget. So hopefully, as a profession grows, we can keep that top of people's minds, keep that in front of patients' minds. But like your mouth is so important when it comes to your overall health. You cannot have a healthy body without a healthy mouth. So yeah, so that's been great. I also sharpen instruments too. One of my coworkers, my friend, my co-owner with the cutie sharpening, Christine, I knew she was doing a little bit of sharpening. I was doing some temping at the time, and of course, as clinicians, we never have enough time to sharpen. And I was like, we got to support
Yeah.
clinicians. So there's no way people can do anything with dull instruments. So we started sharpening, and it's been great. We have offices from all over the country mail our company instruments. We'll assess them, which is kind of fun too. And it's actually kind of nice to have like a third party assess them and be like, yeah, these ones
Yeah.
are done. These ones are old. These ones are too short at this point. And we'll just send them back. We don't charge anything for that. We will assess them. And then if they can be sharpened, we'll sharpen them and send them back. And so it's kind of been great to support the community that way. Because as a clinician, it is so hard. You're only as good as your tool. That's like the
Yeah.
age-old phrase. So we can only be as effective as what we have on our trays. So and it's sometimes hard. It's again, when we're busy, it's the first thing to go. When a patient's in the chair, there's no way we're going to have time to sharpen. And yeah, it's been fun. I also run like I don't know, but I run a monthly entrepreneur call
Yeah.
chat, and that's how we met. And
Yes.
it's fun because again, especially with dental hygiene and dentistry and just but dental hygiene specifically, sometimes again, we're in the thick of clinic, it's hard to connect with others, but also there's so much out there that as dental hygienists we can do, and there's lots of hygienists that own their own business or start their own business, both like dentistry related and not dentistry related. So
Yeah.
it's been great to connect and kind of talk and figure out like what's working and what's not and help support each other because as dental hygienists, we are our biggest cheerleaders. We can be. So
Yeah.
we have people from all over the country come every month. We have people talk about their business, what's working, what's not. Like this month, I don't know, this is coming out, but when this month, like we're going to have someone that started a software company um, for in-office communication. She's a hygienist, and so we just kind of highlight different hygiene-owned businesses or dental-owned businesses too. We have dentists sometimes too, um, and just how they're filling a need, but then how we can help support each other as well. So I really love a startup. I think it's so fun to watch a business start. It's a ton of work, but it's also so rewarding.
I love I think that's what I fell in love with about you because we met in that platform, that monthly platform. And well, one, I didn't even know what you did because really you spend the whole time talking about how you can help others and you highlight, like you said, you highlight different companies or different people that have done different things. And I know I personally learned so much, and there's always something that I take away from every time I join like monthly, and I've tried to send people your way. I have mine written down. I should have written it down, and probably I can put it below so that people can find that link so that they can join if they want to join. But I think I definitely have found it super helpful. Now tell me, I saw you in an ad for Overjet, which I was like, oh my gosh, Malia does like so much. If you know Malia or you've heard about her, you'll know that she's the person that tries to kind of coop everybody together. She's the person that like the fun person that tries to get like a sticker movement together. I mean, you're so much fun, and like I really appreciate how much you try to help other people and you like unselfishly you don't even mention what you do really, like you just always like give, and I feel like a lot of times people will say like I want this, I want that, this is what I'm looking for. But I think the way this business works the best is if you give, they'll think about you, and it comes back around one way or another. And I love that about you. And I don't know. I know we don't know each other very well, and we've like met each other a few times, but I love that about you. So tell me what you do for Overjet, how you've worked with Overjet, and tell me how you like it. What are, in your opinion, what works really well, and how your office is using it.
Yeah, so we implemented Overjet a handful of months ago, maybe 6 months ago now, and it's been great. I honestly, it was so funny because I have worked obviously clinical for a lots of
Yeah,
years, and for the last like 2 years, I'm like, if I have to type another note, I am gonna retire. Like, I am so tired of clinical notes, but I want them to be effective because selfishly in 6 months or 3 months, they're so helpful to know what's going on with a patient, right?
yeah,
Both my own patients and other people if I get other people hygienist patients. So, I'm
yeah,
like, if I want really great notes and I don't wanna have to type them anymore. So, I would tell my coworkers this. I'm like, I'm gonna retire just from clinical notes. I love patients, but if I have to write a note again, I'm done. So when voice notes were becoming very popular, I was like, we have to get this. I think it would be so great and it would help selfishly, it would help me. But then in turn, it will help my patients because
oh
if I have
yeah,
better things going, I have better records, then I know what's happening better. Because again, when we're busy, sometimes that is the first thing to go. If I'm writing my notes at 5:30, I have something at 6, they're probably not as good as they should be.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's how it was implemented. It was definitely selfishly for the voice notes, but we've implemented the whole system from radiographs to their platform where you can like look at your day. You can kind of see when you click on your patient, you can see like what they've come in for previously and like a quick timeline, which I actually really love because then I can see like, oh, they were here 6 months ago, 3 months ago, they had a filling done a month ago. You can just really see a quick turnaround with the patient. And then, of course, we use the radiographs too to help with education. That's such a great component of it because it highlights suspicious areas. If you're not in dentistry, but even sometimes in dentistry, when you look at an X-ray, you're like, is that gray? And I try to educate my patient. I'm like, do you see this little like gray dot? And they're like, it's all gray. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
totally, it is all gray. It's super confusing. So it's been fun to kind of like highlight and show, be like, this is what we're looking at. If anything, just to be like, this is the tooth we're even looking at. And it really like, oh yeah, I can totally understand kind of where we're coming from now. So it's been a great education piece to kind of support patients and tell them like, hey, these are a couple like watch areas. Like I'm going to start you on these different products, or we're going to place this. And then we can like physically see if there's any changes in the next 3 months or 6 months or whatever their time frames are. So we do it all now. Again, selfishly, I really love the voice. They have a brand new perio chart that's
Yeah.
actually been super great. I've used it. I mean, it just launched like a week ago, so 2 weeks ago now. And I've been using that too. And yeah, I just really love this technology space when it comes to a clinician, because if I have more time to spend with my patient and educating them,
Yeah.
then in theory, hopefully the patient will take that to heart and make a big change at home. So, because again, when you're busy, the education, it gets cut short, or you're like, oh, I really should talk about this product, and then I never have time to. So again, if I'm saving time, that is the best. And then we have time for other things.
Yeah. I have a question for your whole team. Has everybody really implemented Overjet within their workflow, or it's been hard for some team members?
So, I don't know about the front. The front uses it for insurance actually. So I think they have pretty implemented it pretty well. But the back, like our back staff, like our assistants and hygienists, yeah, they all pretty much use it and really have liked it. I don't know like to the extent like how in depth they're going, but everyone's using voice charting for sure. And that's just kind of standard procedure now. And then the radiographs, we always pull up the radiographs for the dental exam. Again, I can only speak for myself because that's the hygiene side. That's what I know the best because that's what they're thinking. But we'll
Yeah.
pull up the AI for the exam as well, so we can have that ready for the doctor to come in. So the nice thing about the technology and like AI, like all these softwares, is they're very user friendly, which I find is that they're pretty intuitive, which is nice. But then they're also like really open to like feedback. If you're like, oh, this would be great, or like whatever, there's such a quick turning industry that they're really open to feedback. That's any software company, not any AI company, not just like a dental one. But when you look at
Yeah.
the difference between like dentistry and software, they're so much faster for implementation and changes than sometimes dental. And which is fine, which is great.
What do you find any difference in acceptance before using AI and currently?
With patients?
Yeah, with patients, do you find it's just easier for them to understand and agree to the treatment plan, or no, or are they
It
hesitant in
it
any way?
depends on the patient and, like, their age range. It also like, I kinda live in an interesting spot because I live in Utah. It's like a silicone, we call it silicone slopes. It's, like, very tech friendly. There's tons of tech companies out of here.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are open to tech and changes just because it's just such a part of our lives. So many people work in them. Um, so that's been great. People for to adopt things. It's just, like, part of our, I don't wanna say culture, but it's like part of our communities and stuff is just these tech companies. So that's been great. Again, it just definitely depends on the patient and their time. It's great for parents to educate parents on like their kids' teeth because it really highlights different areas or like abscesses or things like that that it's hard to tell. So they've been really open to that, parents for sure. Um, yeah, my patient population is kind of different, so but they've been open to it.
I mean, there is, out of all the companies that I can think of, I mean, Archie, Mengel, there's a lot of AI dental software companies that are actually based in Utah.
Yeah, like down the street from me.
Yeah.
Which is which is kind of fun. I mean, it makes it an interesting culture of like but not even dental AI companies. There's so many AI companies
A
just
lot.
in general, like across the board from construction to medicine to whatever, there's things like that. So it's definitely part of people's work. Oh, not even workflow, but like their mind, because a lot of my patients like work for
Yeah,
these
their
companies.
mindset, like how
Yeah,
they that's
yeah,
really cool. That
yeah.
is really, really cool. I love that you're still in clinical because you can't just say, "Oh, this is what I recommend and this is what I do," if you're not even in clinical.
I know.
And I have
But I
seen
still love it too because it's fun because like, there are all these changes, like these new softwares and stuff, and it makes my life easier and education better. Um,
and you can
and
get
then
your
in
hands on
turn,
it. You
like you
can
can
like
change.
use it.
Sorry.
You can
Yeah,
get
and
your
then I can use it
use
and see
it.
what actually works and not, and give feedback. And if there's a new technology or like a new product, then I'm like, I'm going to try this for a year and actually see if we see a big difference and do some little research on it, and um, then I can actually talk about it. So, because I think that is such an important part of clinical, the research, but then also like in person, real life application is really helpful. So, I will probably be a clinician forever if my body lets me, just because patients are such a bread and butter and such at the heart of what dentistry is really connecting one on one with patients and then trying out all the new things and see how we can support people in a new way.
I love that. Um, any tips or tricks to be able to implement AI in people's day to day like a lot easier?
I think just like like it depends what you're interested in too. I think because I was like really motivated because I was like I really want this, so it made it easier to adopt. But
Yeah.
it's kind of overwhelming sometimes when the platforms or any kind of AI is like, look at all the amazing things we can do, which is true. But if you're trying to implement all the amazing things in a day, it's pretty much impossible. So I think just like go slow, bite-sized parts. Be like, oh, I'm really gonna focus on this part of using AI and just kind of really slowly implement that and be like, oh yeah, that feels great. And then now we can add something else, or if now I'm going to add radiographs, or now I'm going to add whatever. That makes it really helpful. But you do have to have an open mind that it is going to have a learning curve with it. No AI is perfect. It's not, some days my charts are amazing. Sometimes I don't know, maybe I wasn't speaking clearly or something and they weren't perfect. And that's totally okay too. But the more you use it, the more you feel comfortable with it, the more it will just become part of your day. But that's just anything we do, right? Any kind of new technique. If we're like, oh, I really want to implement this, I'm going to apply it to one patient. Then maybe the next day I'll do it to two. And then next week it'll be three. And then kind of that slow burn is really helpful, especially in dentistry if you're feeling very overwhelmed with your day, because we never have enough time. I never have enough time with my patients. I wish I had like a 4-hour appointment half the time um, to chat with them and do all the things, but unfortunately that's not how it works, and that's okay. That's okay. So small little steps can make a big difference with AI implementation.
What where are you speaking anywhere, by the way? Any speaking engagements that are coming up for you, or any other conferences that you're going to attend this year?
This year, I should pull up my calendar. I'm going to an alternate whitening conference in October, end of October. And then there's one in New York called Hygiene Collective, which is a hygiene specific one night in Brooklyn. Well, I don't know if it's in Brooklyn or Manhattan. And then I think that's it for the rest of the year. Chicago, my winter, of course.
I'll see
Um,
you there. I'll be there.
yeah. Yeah, it's good. I don't know. I work clinically again, so I try to like be picky and choosy because it's you could be gone every week, which is too hard.
Yeah, yeah. Are you still gonna do the sticker thing?
Yeah, we usually do it at RDH on a wind roof.
Is that
So
the
that's
only
the only
conference?
time. Uh-huh. Yeah.
To get my stickers. So I found out about the stickers like the week before. I'm like, oh man, I want to be part of this.
Yeah, we could just come.
And then I realized that I wasn't even there the day that there was like the sticker exchange
Oh,
because
I
I was
know.
flying in that day, but I'll be
I
ready
know.
next year for sure.
Next year will be a little different. Yeah, it was fun. It was just because it was already at RDH One Roof. That's like that conference is such like
It's
a
fun.
hub. I feel like people are really excited to be there to network and connect and whatever. And people were making like either pins or stickers or business cards for their business. Okay, this is I'm talking from myself for like the first time I went. And then I was like, this is really awkward. Like, how do I bring this up? Or like, you know what I mean? It's just kind of
Yeah,
weird. So I'm like, well, let's just all get together the first day and like chat and connect. And then now you have like all these new friends that you're going to see throughout the conference or whatever, or like if you're at this booth and I can see you there, you know what I mean? It's just like kind of a quick and easy way to connect with other hygienists that are doing all these cool things. And I've met so many cool hygienists that have started their own business or their own tech companies or their own product or their myofunctional therapist or whatever, just kind of like doing all these really cool things. And then again, we're the only ones, as again, I'm speaking from hygienists, but we're going to be the biggest cheerleaders for each other. So helping, supporting each other and growing each other. And then again, that will in turn help our patients and our communities to know how amazing hygienists are and how important hygiene is to our physical and overall health and our mental health, all the things. So
yeah,
yeah, it's been great. It started like a handful of years ago, and every year it just gets a little bit bigger, but it's very casual. But yeah, it's always just at RDH and One Roof, just because they have like that community of like
yeah.
excited. Everyone's so excited. It's
I'm done.
cool.
It's on my to-do list to get stickers. Cause I'm like, it's such a great idea. It's so cute and it's so fun to I have so many stickers from all like tons of booths I don't know what I do. I end up giving it half to my 3.5-year-old. He thinks they're fun.
Yeah.
I don't know what booth had like these humongous stickers. So he went with this huge sticker to school, and they're like, "Where are you getting all these things?" I'm like, "Oh, I work in dentistry." That's why he always has like cute stickers on his shirt. But
Like a needle or
yeah,
something.
thank you so much. You're amazing, and I'm looking forward to see like what else you're doing in the industry and how you're giving back. I'm really grateful for you, and I'm sure there's a lot of hygienists that are grateful for all your efforts and your time.
Yeah. Thanks. Oh my gosh, I have so many ideas. So, you know, baby steps, but at a time here. But it's been great. It's a great profession. It's a great uh industry to be a part of, and especially as we like integrate into the tech space. It's been so fun to see the worlds collide and how AI and tech can help support dentistry and our patients.
For sure. I'll put all the information down below so that everyone is able to go to your website, see what you do, if they're interested in sharpening and everything else. And then I'll put the monthly link, and then that way they can join that as well.
Yeah, it's totally free. It's just a fun way to again connect with people and see what they're doing and see how we can help each other. But then you can learn something. Like some months we'll
Oh,
have like a lawyer come on, or like again other people's business, or like talk about Google ads or whatever. Just it's not like for CE credit. It's definitely a
yeah.
different
Informational.
chat. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But it's
completely
been fun.
information.
Yeah.
It's been great. I
And
love it.
selfishly, I started it because these are the topics that I wanted to learn about. So it's
Yeah.
been fun.
Well, thank you, Melia. You're the best.
Okay, so good to see you.
Bye.